Yo, what's up, guys? Alright, so today I'm gonna do something different again, I guess. But I'm gonna learn to play the guitar. I had the idea of learning to play the guitar for some time now. Yeah, I thought I'd just start learning it. And I think it's not that hard to learn stuff. Checking out if the audio is working. All right. I don't think it's that hard to learn things. So, and I thought I'd just take you along the ride of me learning the guitar and how I learn stuff, because I'm not gonna take any lessons, and I'm not necessarily gonna look up theory and stuff, or maybe I do. I don't know yet, but. I think nowadays you can learn actually anything you want by yourself, and then also in a short amount of time. And I'm gonna learn the guitar, and that's closely related to other musical instruments. And I've been, a long time in music. But I think another time I will show you how I would learn something else, because I just want to show that it's not that hard to learn something new, and it's fun and all that stuff. And I thought I'd take you in the process as well. So by taking you in this process, hopefully you might have the idea like, all right, I always wanted to learn this, and I'm gonna do this now. So that's a bit of the idea. I'm just gonna learn, and I'm gonna talk what I'm thinking about as well, what I'm actually thinking about while I see this thing. So I don't know almost nothing about the guitar. It has 6 strings, it has frets. I do know a little bit about it, I guess. I know, you have to tune it. So I tuned it already, like a couple of days ago, but I'll tune it again. So, I guess I do know that it has certain notes. Each string should have certain notes. And I've looked at this the day before yesterday, so I have looked into it a bit already. I wanted to start the day before yesterday as well, but I filmed it, but I didn't live stream it, so don't worry about it. I can still show it if I want to. But so the keys, the notes are E on the piano, A, D, G, B, and E. So that's, and I checked it out. So it's E. Let's see. I have my piano here as well. Right, so that's E, A, D, G, B, and E again. So the first and last notes are the same. They have the same frequency. And then we have the notes, the other notes. So the second one is an A, and that's a 4th up. And after that, the D is also 4th up from the A, and the G is also 4th up from the D, and then the G or the B is different actually. So the most interesting string on here is the 5th string, I thought, and then it's again a 4th up from the B. So, let's see if I'm, if I'm actually live. Actually, I just want to see the stream for a second. Maybe there's somebody with questions or anything. All right. So, and by each note, by each fret you go up, that's a semitone up, right? So 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 that's just that's all semitones. And I thought the day before yesterday, if you go up 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the same note as. Oh. So because it's a fourth up, like a fourth note up, that means that if you go up 4 frets, you have the same note. So that's something I found yesterday, meaning that you can have all keys, all notes within 4 frets, and that might be logical because, and also useful because you can place your fingers everywhere, and yeah. Anyhow, so if you place your finger on the 4th fret here, that's the same as this one. And if you place your finger on this fret, then it's the same as the 3rd string open, and it's the same as that one. But if you place this one here, that's a different note. And why is that? Because that 5th string is a bit different in correlation to the other ones. And just for making chords, so what chord do you play? Actually, if you play these, what chord is that? Well, it's actually a how could you interpret that? Well, you could say it's an, I don't know. The lower part is an E minor chord. That's something you. This is an E minor chord. So that's yeah. And the lower 3 aren't forming a chord actually. But let's see, if you would transpose this one, the 3rd one, 2 semitones down, you make that into a D. Am I right? A C, I mean. And you transpose this one also 2 down, then you would have a C major chord. So let's try that. Yeah, but inversed. It isn't right. A, G. It's supposed to be, but it doesn't really sound like that. So I'm just trying out stuff in order to get familiarized with which places which notes have on the frets. It's just doing stuff, right? If I would do this in a week, just laying down chords, practicing chords, and at some point you will remember where the notes are and such. So for example, if I would like to play an A major chord, let's see, so the E is in the key, the A is in the key, the D has to be transposed 1 down, then we have a G note, that would have to be transposed 1, 2, 3 down, goes up, right? That was what I was doing wrong. If you move upwards. You can only transpose upwards by moving your. So let's do that C chord again. So that was what was going wrong just now. So 1, 2, 3. So if I would transpose the second 3 up, I would have that C, and then the D would go to an E. So if I transpose that 2 up, there's an E. So you would have an E, E power chord. Wait, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm transposing wrong again. Well, let's see, because 1, 2, 3. So that's. Yes, and then the D transposes. So it will play E. You could see that as a C chord with just an E in the bottom, or an E sus4 chord, I guess, right? An E minor 7th, I guess. But that was my interpretation of a C major chord. Anyhow, I was gonna lay down the E major chord. So how would we do that? So the bottom would be an E, and then an A, which is also in the chord. Then we have the D, transpose that to upwards. And then we have the G, transpose that to upwards. Then we have an A. Then we have that B, transpose that to upwards. We get a C sharp, right? And then we got that E again. So just by holding these 3 frets, and I guess this is the difficulty of playing guitar, is that you have to hold down, find a way to. So I'm just gonna hold it with my index finger and middle finger. This is supposed to be an A major chord, which kind of sounds like. So that's your A major chord. Okay. Let's do a G minor chord. So this is my A major chord. And I found that holding down the strings is important. If you don't hold down the string towards the fret, then it sounds plinky. So if you hold it like this, you get that sound, and you want it to more resonate. So you hold it firmly in place, so that's the wires actually touching the fret. That's will get you the most vibrating, most open sound. All right, let's do the G minor chord, right? So if we have that E, make that into a G, so that's 1, 2, 3 notes up, 1, 2, 2, 3 up. So then we got our G, and then we got that A. We're gonna make that into a B, so it's gonna be this. Oh. Those 2 notes, and then the D can be itself, so you can let the D be itself, and then there's another G, so that's okay, and then a B, that's also nice, and then we got that E again, so we're gonna make that into a G, but I don't know how guitar players do this shit. It's quite difficult to figure out a way to hold this. Maybe like this. I guess this does sound like a G minor chord, but my fingering is kind of weird. I looked up the fingering of one other chord yesterday, and I found that they were barring it, like holding it. You can hold several, like if you would like, you can put a fret holder, I don't know what the thing called is, but across all strings, and then you would just play in a different, your root notes of the strings will be in a different position. So that's easy if you play in a different key, I guess. So you don't always have to hold down a lot of the strings at the same time. But holding your finger across a lot of strings at the same time, that's called barring. I found that on the interwebs. Alright, so we got our A major chord, which is played like this, I guess. Now we got a G minor chord, which was played like was it this? No, different. So it was that one, yeah, and then those are all in. Then we got that one. So it's like this. So now we can play a song, but very slowly. The first one there. Did I play that correctly? And then I guess I have to learn to switch my fingers fast and also find nice and even nice fingering positions. Yeah. Alright, so let's try a different chord. Maybe like an E minor chord. That's also, I'm looking a bit which would be easy chords to figure out, and just looking at the notes I see that, yeah, you got the E, G, B in there, so you can easily make an E minor chord. So let's do that. Then the first note is correct. The second has to be 2 up, you get your B. That's an E. And then we got our D. It's gonna go up toward 2 notes as well. And then there's a G, which is it fits into the G minor chord, and the other ones are as well. So this is probably the and now we see that E minor and that A major are very, it's only one. It's only 1 note difference, is that correct? 2 notes difference. So, E minor, and then we go towards A major. So we got our A major and an E minor. Let's do a D major chord. That also I think will be an easy one to play. So we're gonna take that F sharp on the first string, which is just two, like 1, 2, 2, 2 frets up, and second is an A which fits into that D chord, then the D fits into there, and then there's the G. We're going to transpose that up 2 notes. So it was a G, G sharp, A. So we got that A, and the D, A, and that E, or the F sharp I mean. So it's gonna be an inverse, but let's see which one. So I'm holding down the first string on the second fret, the fourth string on the second fret, and then we got that B. Right, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna make that into a D. So that's a B, and then make it into a C, C sharp, D. So and then the last one is an E, which should be also 2 notes up, right? Because then we get an F sharp. Ah! Now I think you're not allowed to use your thumb. I think like this. So I use my index finger to hold the first string, middle finger to hold down the fourth string, and then my pinky to hold down the 5th string, and then that other finger, I don't know what the name is, ring finger to hold down the 6th string. And then we got our D major chord. So now I can play the E minor, right? Which was E minor. Make that in G. We got our A major. And then we got our D minor, which is another fingering. So now we got, let's see. So we got our, let's see, because we just took this chord, this chord, this chord, this chord. And it means that we are in G. So let's try to play the G major chord as well. And to play G chord, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This might, am I right? No, I'm not right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's your G note. I'm gonna play G major, right? That was the idea. Yes. And the second was an A, so it needs to be the second fret. And then the D is correct, and then G, B, D, and then also that. So this is your G major chord. So now I got this is my first note, root. So I'm thinking I'm gonna learn the like 3 or 4 chords, important chords in the key of G. So this is the first chord in that sense. And then we got our, oh, I was wrong, in the key of D. Yeah. In the key of D. So what was D again? The memorizing of the chords will be so that was that. Then we have F sharp, A is in there, D is in there. Then we got that needs to be an F sharp. Oh wait, it's the first fret. And then there's a B, 2 note up. Oh wait, and the last one needs to be something like, maybe like this. So I'm holding down my index finger, the first one, to play that F. And then the second one is an A. Then we got that D and made that into G sharp, but it needs to be Is this unorthodox? I don't know. If it works, it works. Now the D needs to be here, so I don't know how to play this one, but let's see. Maybe hold it. Because you want to play it like, and then that you need to have that F sharp and that D, and then again a F sharp. I mean an F sharp. So here as well. Well, anyhow. Also, I think this is enough for today. I'm just gonna learn a bit every day. So it's also a step-by-step process. I see that I've been playing for half an hour, so that's good, and I think, but yeah, it's sufficient for today. Tomorrow is another day. I feel like it's